So welcome to my session. I'm Frederike Fritsche. I'm the tech ambassador from Porto, and I would like to discuss with you today how is it so important to get more diversity in tech and why we need this. So this is a number, maybe you have read about it, 137,000. Does anybody know what this number is? No? This is the number, the open IT jobs in Germany. It says, Bitkom says it. And if I say the word skill shortage, Fachkräftemangel, everyone nods in the room and says, yeah, this is a real problem. We have to solve it and we have to think about it. So yeah, let's think about it and see what can we do with diversity. Maybe this is a solution for us. So I would like to show you the diversity dimension, the well-common and well-known diversity dimension, like gender identity, like physical abilities, nationality, age, sexual orientation, religion, social background. But there are more, they're like experience or know-how you should focus on too. And I have this chart and I thought about it, if I have to bring it or not. And I think maybe I'm in this diversity bubble and I would say, yeah, diversity teams are more successful, they're more creative, more innovative. And I would like to say here in this room, for me, it's state of the art. And you can read a lot of studies about it and you can read it in the newspaper. Diversity teams are more successful. I think maybe I'm in a diversity bubble, but for me, it's state of the art and we should live it like that. But a lot of times companies do it for their branding, for their marketing. So diversity is not only a branding tool. It is a branding tool, I accept this, but it's also important for our competitiveness. And so why does technology need more diversity? You have to ask this by yourself. Diverse teams lead to more creative, innovative solutions. So they create a solution which has a better and bigger market relevance. And for the talent acquisition, here we have the branding aspect, but inclusive companies are more attractive for the talents. And diverse teams can avoid blind spots due to homogeneous teams. So, and there's one thing. So what is very important about AI to say is, here I have a quote, I do what you do, not what you say. So this is very important. I do what you do and not what you say. So our data is a reflection of our behavior. So the machines learn from us and they adopt our behavior. You have to think about that. And of course, we make mistakes and they reproduce the mistakes. So I brought through examples, 3 examples that shows how the lack of diversity in the development team and the training of AI systems can lead to discriminatory and unfair results. So the first one is discrimination of women in creditworthiness. So the same women get worse conditions and less money, even if they live in the same household with men which get better conditions. And this is because of historical injustices. The second example I brought is a facial recognition software and dark-skinned people, especially for women. And this is because the data set is very unbalanced and has a lot of white-skinned people in it. And the last one is music service and male artists. So maybe it could occur to, as the topic said, male artists are more dominant than the last time. But also it could be of the music taste of the development team. So diverse teams can identify such injustices and can recognize the importance of a balanced data set. So this, you cannot see it, but the book is Invisible Women. It's very interesting and I would like to recommend it to you. And somebody knows it. And I also only brought 2 examples out of it, but you can read a lot more of these examples. The one is a woman is 17% more likely to die in a car accident. And no, it's not because women can't drive the car. It's because there are only male dummies sitting in the driver's seat. There are no female dummies. And the second one is the normal office 5 degrees too cold for women, because nobody asked a woman, okay, what is good for you? So in this book, you can find more examples and I would really recommend it. to you. But I would like to go to the auto use case. I would like to talk with you what we do in AI and how we try to get our IT team more diverse. So within Otto, we have been using AI over 10 years and more than 100 experts are working on this topic. And currently we have 55 products live. So we have more than 30 billion forecasts every week. And I brought one use case which shows that AI can help us uphold ethical principles. So we are a platform now. We had this digital transformation from a normal retailer to a platform. And now our partners can upload photos. And we have like 10 million photos. From then we cannot reach each photo of it. So, but we don't want to see products like weapons, or we don't want to see children in underwear or in bathwear, or we don't want other discriminatory products regarding to age or origin. So this is a picture I brought, because AI ensures that we only show enough closed models here, for example, in this shower cubicle. So AI helps us to uphold ethical principles. Normally the discussion is reward. So this is very interesting in this case. And if you want to learn more about it, or you think about to implement a trustworthy AI, I would really recommend these two guides. One is ethical guidelines for trustworthy AI and the UNESCO Empfehlung für ethische künstliche Intelligenz. And there are a lot of points. You can read it and you can see how it's very good to implement the trustworthy in the AI system. So in the end, you find a long list with questions, and you should read it. You should go through it, and your AI development team should read it as well. So one of the 7 requirements of the ethics guidelines is diversity. So it's a very important point you have to look on. So this is also a reading recommendation for you. So please ask yourself, did you establish a diverse team that an input? Did you establish an AI development team and plan the human research? Plans human-centered design process. So look at the composition of the team, be aware of the discriminatory attitude, and use user participation as well. So this is very, very important. And if you now say, okay, it's very nice to think about diversity, and we need it really to implement a trustworthy AI, but how can I start? How can I get more diverse? What can I do? Which instruments can I use? And let's start with gender, because gender, we are the half of the word is female, and even in Germany we have 51% of women. So, but if you watch to the numbers from the computer science study, it's only 25%, and even less, 18% is a proportion of women in tech in Germany. So remember, 137,000 from the beginning of the presentation, and why don't we use it? We have a bet. Our CIO, Dr. Michael Müller-Wünsch, has a bet. He said he wants that we fill 50% of the new positions in our IT with women. 50% of the new positions with women. So what do you think? What was the reaction of our HR department, of our IT department? So why? How can we do that? There are none. So what shall we do with it? Guess what? We found them. So since the beginning of the year, we filled 44% of the new IT jobs with women. 44%. In February, it was 61%. So in whole, we have the proportion of our females in the auto IT at 31%, and of the younger, it's more the figures, 36%. But I think there's one thing that is more important, because this is not my slide. I borrowed it from our CIO. And this is very important, because the leadership has to show that the organization really, really wants it. So he shows the slides in several presentations. And now we are in the middle of How can I start? What can I do? So the leadership has to start and has to say to the organization, okay, I really want it. You have to think about it. We have to find solutions. And 50%, maybe it's too high, but if I don't put it so high, nobody will move. This is a chart. I want to show you the different instruments. I will go through this step by step, and I would like to start with the auto structure. So we implemented the Tech Talent Hub. This is the vision is that they want to test innovative ways and go innovative ways to inspire tech talents for auto. And I'm one of the 4 bubbles here. I'm the tech ambassador, and I want to address talents through the content via LinkedIn, for example. So I want to show that auto is a very modern tech company. And the second role here is, and I have to read the title because it's too long, Senior Business Process Manager, Diversity in Tech. And she wants to upskill the talent. She makes different events, and I will show you that on the next slide. So the third one here is Business Process Manager for Diversity. She wants sustainable integration of talents. So she starts the communities, and she asked, okay, how she made a big survey of, okay, what is going on here? How do you feel as a woman in our company? And so on. And we also have 2 more leads. The first one is leads for role models. And the second one is our Hack School project. And they want to be to show women, but I will show you that on not the next slide, but the one after that. Okay, so and we want to touch the women at different life cycles. If you watch at daycare and school time, for example, we have programming with children. We support the Future Day. As well, we have the tech education at school, so our colleagues from the IT department make videos for the schools. And as well, we have the volunteering program. If you watch on the study and career entry, you can see that, okay, I think this is not so außergewöhnlich, but we have part-time, we have flexible working hours, we have mobile office workation. I think this is the normal state of the art in the moment in IT companies. But we changed our HR process. So in our job postings, you can't find words like must have. You will find nice to have. You will not find very good English. You find English know-how. So this is a very big change because women read 90% of that on men, and men only 30%. So we were asked, okay, but now we will lose the man, and we said, no, they will not read it. It's okay, it's fine. Yeah, and we have our co-recruiting program. So in an interview with a woman, there will be always another woman, so that they know, okay, I'm not alone. And in the job posting as well, we write, okay, in this team, there is a female data scientist and a male backend developer. So you can read, oh, there's a woman. I'm not the first one. So this is very important as well. And they can talk, before the HR process starts, they can talk to our female colleagues from our IT department. And they can ask that question that they wouldn't ask in the job interview. Like, okay, how is it to work as a woman? So you're the first one, and is it okay or not? And this made a huge difference. And we also support lateral entry with our tech talks and our developer, and I will show you that on the next slide. And we also support professional and managers. We say that all positions are possible at 80%. And before we decide which one gets the new leadership position, there must be a woman. So that this is a new rule, and we will try it, and this is a pilot project, and we will see what that brings as well. Yeah, let's switch to the products. Here you can see, and you can sign up for the newsletter so that you don't miss one. We have the females in tech and the developer, which are basically the same kind of events. The first one we make with Rossmann, Bosch, and Siemens. And we have sessions like how to get started with Python, or what does a data scientist do, or we also have professional sessions, we have machine learning sessions. So in these 2 days, you can get a good impact, or you can have a good view on what is possible in the IT. And we have the tech talks. They are, for example, how do I get in the darknet, or I made a lateral entry, how did I do that? So we have different kind of interesting topics for women here. And as men, you can take part as well. So we don't want a homogeneous female team, so we want diversity. So you are invited as well. Yeah, this is also a very good project to show how important is it to show the women you have in your company. So visibility is all of it. Women attract other women. So you have to show them, and then the women see, okay, this is a company, a lot of women work in the IT. This is very important and interesting for me. And as well, there's a double effect, because these women now are asked for conferences. So that they can show, they can go to the conferences and have their talks and have their own visibility as well. So now you can here see that, but maybe I think this will be shared later. Okay, you can see that as well. So, and now this is a long list of our open IT jobs in the IT. And we thought about it, okay, do we really need IT skills for all of these open IT jobs? No, we don't. 30 to 40% of these jobs are possible for a career changer or lateral entry. So I think this is very important if you have your own company and you want to get more diverse talents here. Talk about this and say, okay, you don't need this IT skills here. You can come to us, and it's very important. So for women, for example, they often do not know that there is this possibility, so that they can start. So what do you want? What kind of people do you want to work for you? You want people with an open mindset that want always learn and don't want to learn. So conclusion. Yeah, why we need more diversity in tech? I think there are two perspectives. The one is from the HR perspective. Diversity is a good way to address a skills shortage. Of course, check. And from the tech perspective, as always, it's very important that the composition of the team avoid unfair bias. And you have to think about that as well. So this is my last slide. I would like to recommend these 3 books. The first one is from Mina Seitzer, and it will come out in the end of October, but I was one of the lucky ones who could read it before, and I would really, really recommend it for you. It's about fair tech for a fair society. The second one is there are 25 interviews from women in tech, and it says, okay, what is the most important thing to get more women in tech is create a network and show them, so make them visible, and so show role models. And the last one is Menschenversteher von Kensaid Siabu, and it's very, very interesting because she says, or she describes how you can create a trustworthy AI. So if you have any questions, I'm here. You can ask me now or later, or you can contact me on LinkedIn. And yeah, thank you very much for listening.
How are you addressing the challenge of women participation in the decision making? We definitely said that discussion rate of people. In the jobs which you show, it is not see a lot of leadership.
Yeah.
So how do we make sure that this is also happening and not having people on a
Yeah, yes, of course. So we use LinkedIn a lot. So our leaders will post this on LinkedIn and via network and so on. So, but in the moment, we are in this lucky situation that we get a lot of Bewerbungen, applications. So we don't have to search so much. We are in a very lucky situation in the moment, but normally we use LinkedIn as a very good platform to address.
How do you make sure that this also is part of the job? Equal number of women also getting promoted in the higher job grade, rather than men getting promoted, having their job.
Promoted and when they work, they work.
Promoting in like switching to another job grade, another.
That is a very good question, and we are working on this because we have it in our company that men often we have that topic. And for that reason, we have that program that we say, okay, if you want to have a position for this leadership position, there must be a woman before you decide. Before the decision will be made, you have to occur that sicherstellen, sorry, that there is a woman in the room.
There must be some of the challenge that comes, like, how do you make sure that the competence level is equally maintained? For example, it's not about testing women over men. It's about giving them an opportunity to be there. For example, in our organization, we try to screen women faster than the rest of the candidates, but that doesn't mean they get an advantage in the final. So how do you maintain the quality of the candidates and also on the other hand?
So okay, we want the best ones. So if there is no woman who fits, okay, then there is no woman. But we say, okay, we need more time. So search, and give it more time. And I had the situation. There was a position that got a man in the end, and they waited a year, and then said, okay, now we have to shut it. Okay, we have to do it now. There's no woman, but there's always the leadership always says, okay, search, please search more, again, and see what happens. Yeah, but it's not easy. Yeah.
One question from my side. You said in the beginning, you showed like the full set of diversity, right? But we now focus a lot on women, especially. Is that something that is just like an example, right? So are you applying these principles also to all of the other kind of diversity topics, or? Yeah,
this is we started with the biggest group, and now we're focusing on international and origin.
When you say international origin, that there's around language skills.
Language skills. So, but first, what you have to do is that your organization has to be ready for it. So you can say, okay, please come to our company, and Autos is a company where you talk a lot in German. So, and we have to change that in the moment.
Is it that, of course, when you change to the new idea of hiring 50% at least women, is it that like the pipeline or like the hiring process got slower so that you have to wait longer until you fill positions?
No, it took longer.
Because there's like a change also that needs to happen. How do you justify it, or like how does the management, because it comes like really from the management as well. How does management justifies this in front of like other managers that are in doubt, or that are thinking, okay, we need to fill this position fast in order to progress? And
they have to discuss with our CEO.
Okay.
So and he gets a report every month and said, okay, you have 4 new positions and there are 3 men. Why?
Okay.
And they have to report.
Okay.
This is very important that the leadership is behind this and ask what is going on. So why does it not work?
For those companies, we are not lucky to have such visionary management team which are ready to embrace. What would you recommend that people in teams, men or women or diverse, what they can do to raise this topic from your experience? What could help?
I would start a community and would say, okay, go to conferences. Go out there and talk. So your visibility go higher, and you attract other women to come. And maybe you can start a network in your company as well. The developer, for example, was a product of our female networks. There were 2 women who said, okay, I'm the only woman in the room. I want to see more women. Let's start this programming event. And after 2 hours, 300 of the tickets were sold. So, yeah.
Was there an issue previously with the number of women applying for these jobs, and has it changed now with the option of working from home or remote working, because we are now able to handle multiple tasks at the same time and not have to focus on being at work? And second follow-up question is that would that then help the people from other diversity categories, for example, foreigners, who also prefer to work probably stay from their home country because the reasons, traveling, visiting, or visa issues and all that. So how does remote work help, or is it completely different?
Remote work does help, but if you work without not in the UE, you have to come to here. You cannot work from South Africa or something. So in the moment, we have a team which brings people to Germany.
There's a dedicated team that helps on integrating.
Yes. Yeah, to integrate. But I think we have to do here more. So we have to build like buddy programs or tandem programs, because I led a international team, you know this, and I don't know how often I called the doctor for them and made an appointment for them. So we really need these programs.
But how can the company influence the government in this?
Yes, so in Hamburg, we talking to the Senate there, and because we want to make it easier, we have some colleagues from Ukraine, for example, and it's a very bad process. So each month they have to get some new admittance, and so this is very complicated. And we talk to our politicians in Hamburg.
Maybe a small question. Yes, around the project I group and the umbrella company. How much of the company talk about this amongst themselves and who's doing a good job in hiring diversity across all.
That's a very good question. So I can't speak for all companies, obviously. So I can really share what we established as initiatives from Project itself. As for the companies we invest in, they are part of our these like channels, right? And there, I think it's quite 2-3 years ago, the UK was like a similar topic, right? Like at the whole, said let's create some kind of female network there, right? And that in the beginning it was mainly tech network, right? So I was saying, hey, let's bring the tech women together, and now it's containing also business people, data people, whoever else, right? So I was in there, and in there. I'm not participating there because I'm not a woman, but so I have no clue what's going on, to be honest. So I just really checked with one of our leaders there. But as far as I know, there are regular events happening. People can exchange with each other. Our experience is you still need to get someone organizing, driving that, right? Because at least in that group, it's a one. It's not automatically spawning up that people say, oh, let's do an event, let's do whatever else, right? Or something big. And I think the second part is, I mean, we mainly work with startups, and they the understanding of diversity is important. Sometimes, not sometimes, probably most often relatively established already, right? So they know about the team composition and so on, or the active research for that. But I would also argue, that's really like the counterpart, and I think you asked that right. If I need to fill a position fast in a startup, then I'm very much committed to just take this person, even whether it's or diverse or male. Right? Does it answer your question?
Yeah. Sorry. I had a point on yours around. I work with Fritzsche. I'm not responsible for any of this area. Fritzsche as a company that made the decision to hire people where better people are. Better or worse, it's not just you. It means that there's a lot of different people in different countries.
But if you make clear that the topic is very important for you, the best one will come.
Yeah.
So, and the first you have to wait and have to, okay, we need this when we want it. And now in the moment we are not, it's not that long, the process. Yeah. we go to universities as well. We go to the schools, and and we try to address them in different kind of life cycle moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the ads. If I say if I have 25 of them, I see the job.
There's an English it's like 2 months old.
That's what I'm saying. So we said like we are searching via LinkedIn, but as a job seeker from LinkedIn, I'm not seeing that. So if I'm looking for a job, I don't see the English description of that content. And this already creates a bias in my mind that maybe even if I apply and I know this is better, I wouldn't be successful. So how is that mindset going to change?
That's a very, very good question, because this is the problem we are talking about. So we said, okay, come to us. We are diverse. Come and work with us. And after 1 year, you would go, because they said, okay, it's all in German. But what I'm doing here, I don't know what you say. I don't know what is going on. So we want to change this. So we have pilot products, for example, ThoughtWorks or OSP, and which are very international, and we try to give English, or not we try, we give English courses for our colleagues here in Germany and Hamburg. And yeah, but it's a process. So we started now to say, okay, we want to make all the information, the presentations. It would be nice if it would be in English, even if I talk in German, so that you can read it. And yeah, we change a lot in the moment, but it's not so easy to make it fast, because there are other departments. I think the IT department is the one that knows, okay, we have to do it because of the skill shortage. We need that people. We want them. But other departments may say, okay, but I can't understand it. It's nothing. So yeah, this is the process.
Tell my network to apply.
But you also have people learn German. That's also the other.
Yeah, but I think it's more than language. It's also culture. You have to. So we thought about to make English courses. So for example, 1 or 2 weeks together, like a Klassenfahrt, like a tour together, so that you can learn more about them, each other.
And then that effect, maybe like like other or like more stuff now.
You mean we measure how many people come to want to work at offshore, and then how many actually work?
No, but also like within the product, like how whatever.
Yeah, we have in the AI, for the AI products, we see, okay, how diverse is this team? And in that products, yes. Yeah. And which for example, what I had, the AI ethical case. So okay, if you want to think about what is ethical in our mind or not, so you have to have a diverse team. So we have looked, okay, is this team, how's the composition of the team? And there were only 4 men. Said, okay, we need a woman and we need a person with another origin, and we'll put them together. But we have to do more. Yeah.
Okay, one last question.
Yeah.
So, when you see auto in the industry, is it? I have the view that like auto is really like on the cutting edge of diversity in tech and in general.
Yeah.
But where do you see auto? Where would you see auto?
No, it's the same. And when I go to conferences and talk about it, and I learn a lot about that other companies are not so open for that topic, and we have to change it, especially for women in tech. So there's always our diversity. Oh no, it's not such an interesting topic. I'm a man. It's not my topic. So it's women. So please, all the women can go there. But for me, it's nothing. But we need the men. They are the allies, and we need them.